Good afternoon. Welcome, everybody. We are going to be covering target market research today, and I want to invite some members here. So if you want to participate in some chat, you can do that. Ben Sturdivant here. It's starting to get a little cold and rainy out up here in Northern California. So hopefully my internet is not obstructed, and we get through this okay. So if you are going through the lead generation mastery course, and you're probably getting through some of the early stages, the foundational stuff, and part of that we talked about kind of setting your business up for success last time, and now what we're going to talk a little bit about in some extreme detail is identifying your target market, where to go to find people, where to find, what it is that they're looking for and what they're into. And inside of the course, you've got the avatar worksheet. And I'm going to put this in the Facebook group as well, so you'll have access to it there. I'll put it in some files, in the files and docs section when I'm done here. But basically what we're trying to do with our target market research is trying to fill out this sheet number one, and then sheet number two. Sheet number one is like the demographics, who they are, trying to get very specific with some demographics, and then, kind of what they're into. That's what psychographics, means, what they do. And we're trying to create a brief description of who this avatar is. An avatar is simply your ideal customer, the person who is perfect for your opportunity, perfect for your product. I know that the traditional thinking in network marketing is that everyone is right for it, but they're not, obviously. That's why so many network marketers struggle. They're putting their business in front of people who aren't right for it. They're not part of their target market. The question is, how do you find out who those people are? And so that's what we're going to talk about today. So page number one is just the brief demographics, psychographics, and then page number two, this is the really important stuff. This is the pains and frustrations, the fears and implications, goals and desires, dreams and aspirations. So this over here, the pains and frustrations and the fears and implications, this is what they want to move away from, and what we want to help them move away from, what your product and or opportunity should help them move away from. And then what we want to get them to is what they really want. And we need to be able to identify that. When you talk about marketing, even if you're going to be marketing to warm market people, you need to know what their goals and desires are, what their dreams and aspirations are, in order to be able to structure a conversation that is effective, right? You want to be able to convert people into your business. And that means knowing exactly what it is that your market is after. So we're going to get into some different steps that you can use for some research. One other thing that I want to throw up here, I'm going to put this in the lead mastery members area, and I will also throw it in the Facebook group. I just threw this together in a few minutes, and it's really just a target market research Excel spreadsheet. And I'm going to use weight loss as an example. I'm not in a weight loss opportunity. You could replace weight loss with skincare, energy, travel, whatever niche you're in network marketing, you could replace it. And just what we're going to be doing is researching, pages, groups. We're trying to find out where they hang. So where they hang out, these two things. And in the research that we're going to do, we're going to be looking for some words and some hot buttons, if you will, and that's their pains and frustrations, and then of course their goals and desires as well. So we'll get into that, but first I'm going to take you into Facebook audience insights, and I know I cover this in the course in detail, so I'm not going to get into a ton of it here, but I do want to cover some things. Let me zoom in here. I want to make sure you guys can see this okay. Even if you're going through the replay, you might have to, be on a computer. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this on a phone, but so don't get scared off by this. All right, this is really just meant for you to be able to do some serious research and be able to identify, what it is that your audience, where, what the demographics are like, what some of the more popular areas that they hang out on social. And the reason, I've covered this before, the reason I've focused so much on social is because, especially Facebook, is because they own Instagram, all right? And between the two of them, they represent billions of people every single day that are accessing their platforms. And, we as marketers want to go where people are, and you want to put your message in front of people. And they have some really kick-butt tools to help you kind of nail down exactly, what your market wants. And if you can identify that, you're going to save a lot of money in your marketing, number one. But number two, you're going to be, putting your products in front of people that want them, or people who have the problems and pains and frustrations. And what we need to do is a combination of things. We're going to use this to kind of figure out some things about the target market. Then we're going to use some other resources that I have here. Here, let me make this a little bigger. There we go. We're going to use some other resources that I have that are going to, help you dive in a little bit more into what those customers are looking for and, what they're searching for online, what they're asking, those types of things. We'll get into some of that too. So here are an audience insights, and this is basically everyone in the United States, 200 to 250 million active monthly users that are on Facebook. 54% of those are women. You can see that here, and 46% of those are men. And this is 18 and over. Now, the first thing that I'm going to do is we're going to start to scale this down, and we're going to start to get into our niche. So I'm going to use weight loss as the example. And so it brings, when I start typing in weight loss, it brings up some suggestions. So this is like for weight loss, fitness. I'll select that. I'm going to type in weight loss. So that was fitness and wellness. What is this? That's another form of fitness and wellness. Let's go. We can go into fitness and wellness has a drop down here. So maybe they're into, we want people who are into, let's see, physical exercise. All right. So we're nailing down. What I'm trying to do is to get pretty specific, right? So if I'm going to offer a weight loss product to a potential market, I want to know, number one, that they're into weight loss. Number two, that they're willing to do something about it, right? I don't want someone who's just going to buy a weight loss product and then consume, 6,000 calories a day and not lose any weight. They're not going to benefit from that product. They're not serious about it. So, if you notice what happened to the audience size, it dropped from 200 million to 80 to 90 million. Now that's a really big market. We're still not all that targeted. So what I can do is I can go down even more. Let's see. Let's maybe do outdoor recreation. Let's see. I don't see anything in there that's too. Some of these are going to be really, really broad. So all I'm doing is just trying to find something that maybe, okay, so I'll select organic food, right? People who are into organic food. So these are people who are physical exercise, organic food. Maybe you have an organic weight loss product, right? So they would identify that or identify with that. I don't think there's anything in business and industry here that I can use. I'm not doing anything with entrepreneurship right now. You don't want to combine the two. If you're going to do kind of a target market for opportunity, you would create a completely different avatar. All right. It's a completely different ideal customer. So that's not the research that I'm doing right now. And you don't want to mix the two because then you're basically creating too big of a market and you're not really sure, if you're putting your message in front of the right people, right? Like, how do you know which ones are interested in just the opportunity? How do you know which ones are just interested in the product? So keep them separate. So let me go back into, you know what? Let's go back up. I'm going to go into family and relationships, and we'll go up to family. The people who, the reason that I'm doing that is, I just want to get some demographics into people who are interested in family, right? I mean, that's obviously pretty common. So I went, clicked on advanced. What I'm going to try to do now is get a little bit more specific with, some demographics. So relationship status. I'm going to select married. And I talked about this, I talked about this in the training, and I did that because typically in network marketing companies, you've got an expensive product. Doesn't matter what company you're in. They're going to have some sort of monthly product or a selection of services that are going to cost some money. And those are going to be additional expenses. And there are, it's been shown and proven that typically households that have more than one income have more extra spending money, right? They have a little bit more disposable income is what it's called. So that's why I'm doing that. I'm targeting those kinds of people. It shrinks the market down a little bit, but that's okay. I'm just trying to gain some insight. I'm trying to really break out this market as detailed as I can. I'm going to go down and select education, and I'm going to say college. Okay. And I'm doing this because it just, on average, it raises the level of my customer. It doesn't matter if you went to college, don't take that personally. You're a marketer, and we want to get as specific as we can about this customer. So that's education. We're not going to worry about job title. We're not going to do market segments. We're not going to do any kind of political stuff. That stuff doesn't matter. I'm not going to worry about, so I talked about this in the training, I think. If I were doing a weight loss product and, you really wanted to get specific, I might do something, where long distance relationship, away from hometown. And that's simply because it's probably pretty common that when people are in those situations, they're a little bit more apt to gain some weight. I mean, that's just life, right? It happens, but I'm not going to do that right now. That's not all that important. Let's go back up to the reason I'm not doing connections right now, because it's really just, that would be more our page. I'm going to go back up to interests here, and let's see if there's anything else that we can, do some research on. I think we're good. I do want to try to find something in the food and recipes. So people that are interested in recipes. So, okay. So what I've got here, I've got family oriented. They're interested in family and relationships. They're interested in physical exercise, recipes, organic food, weight loss, fitness and wellness. I can go down. Let me try to find something else. Physical fitness, I'm going to add that. All right. I already did that. Okay, so what I've got is Facebook is telling me that 62% of this market on Facebook are women. All right. Now, you certainly could advertise to men, but what I would do if I had a weight loss product is I would advertise to women. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my customer avatar sheet. I've got to go back to my customer avatar sheet, and I'm going to say that her name is going to be Jane Smith. It doesn't really matter, right? The gender is going to be female. This is my target market. Now, see, the next one is age. Okay. Let's talk about age here for a second. So what these numbers are showing me is that 26%, 27%, 21%. Those are the bigger numbers, right? And what that tells me is women, they're on top here, 25 to 54. That represents over about 70% of the market. That means I want to hone I would want to, 25 to 54. That's pretty much my market that I'm looking for. 25 to 54. Okay, and just women. All right, so that represents my target market that I'm going to start with. I'm going to go back to my worksheet. So basically, to find the age, all the age, I'm going to go 25 to 54. And I'm not going to worry so much about location, but just so you can see here, these are the top cities, right, that represent their location. I'm not going to worry too much about that right now because that's super, super targeted. I'm focusing more on the demographics. We're focusing. So these are the job titles. If you wanted to, fill that in. Go back over here. Marital status. We said we're targeting married. All right. And let's see here. I've got like 3 screens open. So a majority of them are in administrative services, 32%, right? That's what it shows me. The next one is management. Sales, okay, so that's good information to have. You might want to think about that, or make a note of that somewhere. All right, so I'm going to go up and click on page likes. This is going to show me the more popular top categories. So home decor. These are some of the website. These are the home decor websites that or pages that they're going to, and I could go and look at some of these if I wanted to, but these aren't. This doesn't really fit my niche, right? If I'm in network marketing and I've got a weight loss product, I don't really care about home decor. What I'm looking for is trying to find out where people who are interested in weight loss are going to learn about weight loss. So these are just some of the more popular brands that this specific market is interested in. I don't see a ton of information there about weight loss, but these are just the top pages that this specific market, entire market is going to. So these aren't really giving me a whole lot of information, but I've already started to fill out my avatar worksheet. I've gotten what I kind of need from Audience Insights, right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and I'll use Facebook as an example here. I typed in weight loss, okay? And these are all of the posts, people, photos, videos, marketplace pages, etc., groups. So I'm going to start with pages. And what I'm basically trying to do here is a little bit of market recon, all right? And it's going to take you some time. And I'm not going to get into a ton of, examples here, but, just to give you a quick one, we'll go into extreme weight. So this, I believe, is Chris and Heidi Powell's extreme weight loss. This has these are great. These kind of pages that have hundreds of thousands. Those are the kind of pages you want to go to. This isn't we're not getting into prospecting here. We're not looking for people to connect with. We're really just looking for interaction and responses. So I would go through and I would read some of the posts. This is from last year, so I don't know how updated this site is going to be. It's probably going to be riddled with a bunch of ads and posts from people. But what I'm doing is I'm looking for a post about something that has to do with weight loss that what I'm looking for is something that's going to give me some insight into, kind of what people are talking about. This probably isn't the best example of a page. So let me get into some other ones here. Let's see what this one's about. I'm looking for interaction. Yeah, these are more sites that are, advertising. They're not getting a whole lot of content, good quality content or interaction from their customers. So here she is. She's posting, looks like a recipe. Okay, this might be my target market that I was looking for. I'm looking to get some questions. That's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to get some insight. So if I'm looking for some details about the weight loss industry, this person threw a post up here. Weight loss for the long term requires some short term behavior change and healthier habit information. I target the lifestyle related factors that make healthier eating hard and find simple but creative solutions for that first that actually work. So this is actually really, really helpful information, because here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull got my sheet here, right? So what did she say? She said, healthy eating is hard to find. So pains and frustrations, and I'm going to make a note of the page. I'm just going to copy it. All right. I'm going to put the page right there, and I'm going to say some pains and frustrations are healthy eating hard. Hard to figure out. All right, something like that. So that's a pain and a frustration. And I guess a goal and desire to that would be simple solutions, right? So perhaps you offer something that can give them that. I don't know. We're just starting with that. Okay, so here's somebody that says, hey, I'm trying to lose some weight. One of my friends told me about blah, blah, blah. I've wanted to try other alternatives, so I'm trying to see, should I stick to your recipes or go to a website, or both? So on a completely side note, this would be more for probably like the target or active recruiting. If you were doing some recon for people who are interested in weight loss, this would be an opportunity to reach out to this person privately and say, hey, Tyrone, I saw your post on Lose Weight by Eating with Audrey Jones about, looking for alternative solutions. If you're open, I'd be happy to share with what's worked for me, or, what's working for the people in our company if you haven't had results yet. That's a completely different training topic. We'll do that. But just maybe something, as you're going through, you grab that, copy it down, make a note of that. So here's something that's interesting. I just found an incredible weight loss method that can help you lose over 40 pounds without drugs, surgery. This person is basically throwing out an advertisement. You do not want to do that. I'm surprised that post hasn't been deleted yet. This person probably doesn't have a very big team that's monitoring that. But so she's got some groups here. It looks like that she does. I'm looking for some more interaction. Not a ton of comments there. So I'm going to go on to another one just so you guys can get some weight loss and home exercises. Let's see if they're getting any interaction on theirs. Wow, here's a lot of posts, a lot of comments. All right, so obviously, okay, so here's something. So this is a post about 30-day challenge, right? Don't drink soda, do these exercises, right? And here this person said, I wish I could, with tear emojis. This accident really jacked me up. Where did I see that? Was that what it was? Okay. I wish I could. This accident really jacked me up. I've gained weight. My muscles are getting slack. I'm a mess. Still a lot of pain. Expletive. Okay. Now, again, this could be someone you could reach out to about your business. But what I would do is, over in my pains and frustrations, I would bring it back and I would say, so here's my group, or the page, I mean. And remember, I'm just keeping track of where they're hanging out. Some pain and frustration might be, if they're injured and can't work out. So a goal and desire for that would obviously be a solution that doesn't require exercise. All right. So there's that. So I think you get the picture. All I'm doing is I'm just, I'm just looking for comments and interaction and, what people are discussing, lose weight by drinking 1 cup of coffee. That's probably a certain diet or something. So I'm just doing research, right? I'm just trying to find out a little bit more about this specific market, okay? And getting into what they're getting into. This has nothing to do with network marketing. This is all about, what these people are talking about. This I saw really quickly here. We drink soda, so maybe a pain and frustration is a sweet tooth, right? That's a frustration that they deal with. So I would make note of that. And a goal, maybe you've got a product that helps carve those cravings, right? So this is the kind of thing. If you don't know a whole lot about your market, right, and you don't know really what they're after, this is the kind of market research that is going to help you dramatically. All right. So let's move on to some other examples. We talked about in the audience insights. So I covered this in the lead magnet, or in the lead generation mastery course, but I'm gonna go over here. This is a website called answerthepublic.com. See if I can throw it into the chat. I don't think I can chat on this. That's okay. All right, so all I do is enter a keyword, and this is a free tool. This keyword is going to basically do a bunch of calculations and it's gathering data, okay? And what it's looking for is what everyone is going on Google, basically, and typing into the internet. Now, there's no way you're going to be able to see this, so I'm going to zoom in here in just a second, but I could download the CSV file of this if I wanted to and get an entire list of, I'll just go ahead and do that, get an entire list of all of the things that, people are searching for, and you can see the questions, all the questions here, but that's crazy to look at, so I'm not going to do that right now. But you could just download that. But here, let me zoom in. Hopefully you can see this a little bit better. So weight loss is our central niche, right? And you can do the same thing for anything. And so what we've got are what questions, are questions, how questions, will, who, why, when, can, which, where. So I'll start with like the what. If I can, oops, accidentally clicked on an actual question. I don't think it's going to let me move the screen over. No, it's not. Sorry guys, I got to zoom out. Okay, there we go. So we're going to start with the what. What weight loss surgery is safest? What weight loss surgery should I get? What weight loss programs are covered by Medicare? What weight loss tablets work? So notice something here. There's a lot of the what questions. What are they? They're related to drugs and pills and weight loss pills. Are they safe? So that's a concern of your clients. They are looking for quick ways to lose weight, right? And so I would make note of that. Weight loss pills is a big what. All right. What about where? Dead weight loss, where to maintain weight loss, where are the weight loss pills, where to lose weight fast, where is weight loss, where's the weight loss app, where's the weight loss retreat, surgery. So I'm seeing surgery, pills, fast, right? And so, these are concerns of the market. What about which? Which weight loss diet is best for me? Which weight loss shake is best? Let me click on that one. So which weight loss shake is best? And this is going to basically take you into the Google search that people are doing. And what you're going to find is this is what people are searching for, right? And you're going to find a lot more information here. You could spend years going through all this stuff. You really don't need to worry about going into each and every one of these. These little ones that have the ad, you don't need to spend your time going through that. You want what's organic, right? To see what people are getting when they type this kind of information in. Amazon bestseller, weight loss shakes and powders. All right, I'm going to go ahead and click on this because I want to show you just a couple of secrets when it comes to getting in and doing some research. So one of the things that Amazon's really great at is, showing reviews, right? And the number of reviews. And you know, social proof is everything. People like to do business with things that other people have gotten good results from. So here's one in the top 3. All right, it's the number 3 bestseller, but it's got over 2,000 reviews. So I might do the Atkins, or I'll do the Slim Fast. And I'm just going to click on this, and I don't care about the product. I don't care about any of that stuff. What I care about are the reviews. So I'm going to go to customer reviews or questions answered. All right. So you can find a lot of information in here just based on the reviews, what people like about them, what they don't like about them. Best shake ever. I had lots of brands. Best quality. This is by far the best ever. Drink it with some sugar-free vanilla or almond milk. So, for example, if you've got a weight loss shake like that's similar to theirs, one of the things that you might address if you went through and you read a handful of these and you keep seeing something like taste, right? The bad taste. That's a pain and frustration. And what you can do is you can make note of that and start to craft sort of bulleted points that you can eventually go back and you'll throw in advertising that appeals to your market that says something like, hey, great tasting shake that, you don't need to mix with anything else other than just water and it tastes great. Don't have to add berries, don't have to add, almond milk or soy milk or anything like that. Also, go look at the 1-star reviews, all right, what people are not happy with. So the last batch they got, yuck. I bought this for years. Looks like they changed their formulation or something like that. Led to more sugar cravings. Okay, I cut out carbs and started eating protein and veggies. My stomach hurt so bad when I took it. So what I'm looking for here, again, are just more frustrations. Bad tasting, terrible taste, right? Don't work. I don't know what you're saying about that one. Maybe it doesn't work. Don't like it. Trying it twice. The reason my body has a food intolerance to its contents. All right. So maybe you've got an all-natural product kind of a thing. So these are some of the frustrations of people who are in the weight loss meal replacement shake market, right? So if you're doing target market research, these are the kinds of things that you're looking for. This is the information. And it, as you can see, it takes some time to kind of go through this stuff and figure, and just kind of learn where people are in terms of, their the knowledge that they're searching for and that sort of thing. One thing I forgot to mention, I typed in weight loss here back in Google. You might see something over here. It's got a little K by it. This is a Chrome plugin that I use called, what's it called? Keywords Everywhere. It's a keyword tool. And all this is just a Chrome plugin. So when I go to Google and type in a keyword, it shows me what other people are also searching for. Now, remember we did some research on weight loss on the Answer the Public, right? And what did we see? We saw a ton of people asking stuff about what? Pills. And sure enough, weight loss pills is the number one. Right? It's the number one other related search to weight loss. So weight loss pills, weight loss tips, weight loss diets, and it's showing me the amount of daily volume that's going on. That's a lot of searches. So people are out there. People are also searching for, healthy diet, weight loss exercise, stuff like that. So, these are things. So obviously weight loss pills are, it's a big part of this market. So what I would identify is in my marketing, if I'm going to go after this target market that we set up, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my product is a solution to those people that, they're looking for a quick fix, but maybe they don't want to take a nasty pill that doesn't even do anything for them, right? So I would say something like, lose healthy weight without expensive and ineffective weight loss pills, right? Something like that. And that's just because of the target market research that I've done. So guys, we could be here all day long talking about all the ins and outs of target market research, but I think you get the gist, right? And again, you could do the exact same stuff for things like skincare or energy or services. There's a lot of people out there who are Googling, who are looking for, who are doing research and trying to find answers to questions. Answer the Public is a great resource because A, it's free, and B, it provides so much insight into what your market is looking for. And of course, the audience insights, it's such a valuable tool when it comes to, really figuring out what people are, what they're about, what the numbers are, and being able to narrow down that target market. And remember, what you're doing is you're taking your avatar worksheet, you're taking your, pains and frustrations, you're putting that all together, and you're creating a database. And remember, you're doing that for each individual, customer avatar you have. And remember, you want to create different customer avatars for your specific products. You know what? I think this is really important for me to dive into a little bit more. If you got to jump off. If you're listening to the replay, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go in and I'm going to use, who should I use? I'll use my friends Modere. I've got, friends that are in that company. I am not a part of the company, but they have a truckload of products, right? So, okay. So they've got collagen sciences, they've got stuff for pets, they've got, looks like weight loss, they've got personal care, skin, body, men's care. So this is the mistake that a lot of network marketers make, right? They say, hey, I'd love to share with you my weight management product, right? And what they do is, all they do is they copy, or maybe they get it to specific even, and they say, here's a direct link to my weight loss product. And they just copy this link up here and they send it to them. Now, when a customer comes here, what's the first thing that they're going to do? They're going to look at this and they're going to say, ooh, what's all this other stuff? And all of a sudden now they're overwhelmed and it's crazy. That's not marketing, okay? Marketing is creating a specific funnel process. However you're going to build your funnels, doesn't matter. But a specific funnel process where you control the information, where all they're seeing is exactly what you want them to see. But when it comes to, the beginning process of this, and that's target market research, that's what we're talking about. You would have a different target market for this product than you would for the household laundry product. Right? They might be similar, right? The busy mom, they might be similar, but but they are going to be different. And so you would want to create, I would create one, just based on this. So let me go to Audience Insights. I'll go to, I want to start new. Here, I've got to go out of this. So go everyone on Facebook, and we'll type in household goods, right? And immediately I know my target market is going to be women, right? 75% of women. And the ages are pretty spread out this time. And notice how now that the age has changed. Do you see what I'm talking about? If you're targeting the same market for the weight loss research that we did, with, a household product, you're missing out. Your segment is actually 45 to 65 plus, not the 25 to 54. You'd be wasting money on advertising. This is exactly why audience research is so important. Target market, creating a customer avatar for every individual product that you want to represent. And what I would recommend is, because companies like this who, that have 1,000 products, you'd go crazy trying to create funnels for each one of them. So what I would do as a marketer, I would find the one that makes me the most money. Okay. So I would go to the collections, right? And the things that, where they have actual like packages, like $259 packages where you can make $100 or $50 or $75 when you sell, one of their kits, kind of a thing. And the reason that you want to do that is because if you're doing marketing, you don't want to sell a $10 bottle of shampoo and make $1.50 on it or $2 on it. You're not going to make any money. I mean, you're going to lose money in your advertising. That's not going to work. So, as you're building out your lead magnets and you're building out your customer avatar, you want to pick your favorite product that has the biggest profit margin to it. And I would recommend, going with a package. And I'm not, I'm not trying to do any kind of marketing. We could go to, what's another company? There's so many. Maybe Manatech, right? Manatech's an oldie but a goodie, right? They've been around a long time. And this is just important for you guys to see. Okay, so it looks like they've got tons of packages. So I'll just do their skincare, right? So the skincare program that they have is that target market is going to be so different than the weight loss and fitness. And so that's the only point I'm trying to make is when you start to get in here and you start to do, research. So look at that. That's our household. People are interested in household goods. Let's type in skincare. See how it changed a little bit? Now the biggest market is 25 to 34-year-olds. Oh my gosh, I'm not young anymore. I'm freaking out, right? So now the market changes a little bit. So this is why Audience Insights is so powerful. So this has to be the place you start, right? Because this gives you, okay, who's my gender going to be? Look at 95% women. Why would you waste money advertising to all or men when 95% of the people on Facebook are the ones that interested? That was simple skincare. Let me type in some other stuff here. Let me just do skincare in general. Still 91%. Let me get rid of simple skincare. I don't know what that is. 91% female. All right. And typically it looks like my ages are going to be 25. What I would do is actually like I would do like an ad for 25 to 34-year-olds. That would be a certain thing, like, hey, you're like, oh my God, my 20s are gone, right? That would kind of be the focus of the ad. And, so I would do one for them, and then I would do another one for 45 to 54, or maybe you could lump in the 45 to 64 because that's like 40% of the market together. That this would be kind of like an anti-aging advertisement. So again, guys, I'm just giving you some insight into the psychology of becoming a marketer, and you have to understand that different strokes for different folks, right? I mean, that's just marketing, and we have to stop trying to lump everybody into a specific product or niche when obviously they're not even part of that. And this is why it's hard for network marketers to get results because, they don't represent products that appeal to everybody. They think that they do, they're told that they do, but they don't. And if you don't have a gigantic market, there are some people I think that, I don't want to say they get lucky because some people are just very naturally good at when they go to tell their warm market that they're doing something, they have such a circle of influence that when they say jump, people jump, right? We know people like that. They know everybody. They're friends with everybody. They're just the life of the party. They're so social and just everybody loves and gravitates towards whatever they do. They're the kind of person just lights up a room and they come into that room. That wasn't me. And I struggled with, what I was trying to do is put my product, my service in front of people when I started in the profession, and they didn't want it, and they weren't receptive to it. And that really hurt my feelings, right? Because these were people that I knew and cared about. And I see so many people in network marketing who are going through that same frustration and they give up and quit because, their product doesn't, they may love the product, but their circle of influence may not be the right niche. Right. And so what they're trying to do is they're trying to take a product and throw it into this niche that isn't right. And again, there are some people who are fortunate enough to, everything aligns, right? They're passionate about it. Their niche will be passionate about it. And those people tend to take off. But this is why we're here. The Networker Funnels Academy Lead generation mastery is all designed to help networkers learn how to market, right? And this is the beginning phase of this process, is starting to learn some of these principles. So hopefully this was beneficial to you today. I know this it can kind of feel a little scary, to be venturing out into this, but trust me, just take a deep breath and, one video at a time, one step at a time. Make sure you're going through the lead generation mastery course in detail so that you're getting, a good foundation of all of the other things, because all the videos that we're going to do in this group are just going to compound and build on that. We're going to add more clarity. We're going to get more detail, get more questions answered. So any questions, drop them down below the video in the comments section. I'm happy to answer them. Hopefully, everyone has a great rest of their day. Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.